Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Russia threatens to retaliate as Finland seeks NATO membership without delay. By Anne Karunen and Jonathan Landay, May 13, 2022, 4.46 Save login, register or subscribe to save articles for later. Share normal text size, larger text size, very large text size 0. Leave a comment. Helsinki Kharkiv. Russia's foreign ministry said Moscow would be forced to take retaliatory steps, both of a military, technical and other nature, after Finland announced it would apply to join NATO without delay. Russia's foreign ministry gave no further details. Finland's President Sauli Niinisto at a press conference earlier this week. Credit, AP photo. Frank Augstein. Russian officials have spoken in the past about potential measures including stationing nuclear-armed missiles on the Baltic Sea. Sweden is expected to follow Finland in joining NATO as Russia's invasion of Ukraine looks set to bring about the very expansion of the Western military alliance that Russian President Vladimir Putin aimed to prevent. The decision by the two Nordic countries to abandon the neutrality they maintained throughout the Cold War would be one of the biggest shifts in European security in decades. Asked whether Finland's accession posed a direct threat to Russia, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said, "Definitely. NATO expansion does not make our continent more stable and secure. This cannot fail to arouse a regret, and is a reason for corresponding symmetrical responses on our side," Peskov added. Finland's announcement came even as Russia's war in Ukraine was suffering another big setback, with Ukrainian forces driving Russian troops out of the region around the second-largest city Kharkiv, the fastest Ukrainian advance since forcing Russia to withdraw from the capital and northeast more than a month ago. Finland's 1,300-kilometer border will more than double the length of the frontier between the US-led alliance and Russia, putting NATO guards a few hours' drive from the northern outskirts of St. Petersburg. Finland must apply for NATO membership without delay, President Sauli Niinisto and Prime Minister Sanna Marin said in a joint statement, hoping steps to take the decision would be taken rapidly within the next few days. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg said the Finns would be warmly welcomed, and promised a smooth and swift accession process. French President Emmanuel Macron said he fully supported Finland's choice to join the alliance. Asked on Wednesday if Finland would provoke Russia by joining NATO, Niinisto said, "My response would be that you caused this. Look at the mirror. People look at a Russian military vehicle destroyed by the Ukrainian troops in a battle against the Russian invaders and taken to the capital as a reminder of war in Kiev." Credit, AP photo. Efrem Lukatsky. 5 diplomats and officials told Reuters that NATO allies expect both countries to be granted membership quickly, paving the way for an increased troop presence in the Nordic region to defend them during a one-year ratification period. Putin cited NATO's potential expansion as one of the main reasons he launched a special military operation in Ukraine in February. NATO describes itself as a defensive alliance, built around a treaty declaring that an attack on one member is an attack on all, granting US allies the protection of Washington's superpower might, including its nuclear arsenal. Moscow regards that as a threat to its security. But Putin's decision to invade Ukraine has changed Nordic public opinion, with political parties that had long backed neutrality now embracing the view that Russia is a menace. Finland in particular has centuries of uneasy history in Russia's shadow. Ruled by the Russian Empire from 1809 to 1917, it fought off Soviet invasions on the eve of World War II, and accepted some Soviet influence as the price of avoiding taking sides in the Cold War. Since it and Sweden joined the EU in 1995, they have aligned more firmly with the West. Ukrainian counterattack Thursday also saw an intensification of disputes over Russian supplies of energy to Europe, still Moscow's biggest source of funds and Europe's biggest source of heat and power. Moscow said it would halt gas flows to Germany through the main pipeline over Poland, while Kyiv said it would not reopen a pipeline route it shut this week unless it regains control of areas from pro-Russian fighters. Prices for gas in Europe surged. A view of an apartment building damaged by Russian shelling in Bakhmut, Donetsk region. Credit, AP photo Andrei Andrienko. In Geneva, the UN Human Rights Council decided to launch an investigation into possible war crimes by Russian troops during their occupation of the area near Kyiv, before they were driven out at the end of March. UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Michelle Bachelet said there were many examples of possible war crimes, including